Today I'm standing in a really beautiful place, a place of great beauty, because the topic is one that is less than beautiful. But I am standing in Oxford Botanical Garden. Well, I want to read a passage from Victor Hugo's Les Miserables that just leapt off the page at me because, oh my goodness, I don't want this to be me, I don't want it to be you. But Victor Hugo wrote, "Poverty is like everything else. In the end, it becomes bearable. It acquires a pattern and comes to term with itself. One vegetates, that is to say, continues to exist in a wretched sort of way that is just sufficient to sustain life." Well, when I read that, I thought, what an awful way to live. But then, what an awful way for ministry leaders to live too when they fall into a rut. Then they settle in. Why lead in a wretched sort of way that is just sufficient to sustain organizational life? Well, how do you recognize if you are in a rut? Well, here are some great questions to ask. Am I still challenged in my role? Is anything big happening in our ministry? Am I excited about anything that's coming up in the future in our ministry? Does the ministry need anything that it doesn't already have? Well, if you're in a rut, you'll want to get out just as fast as you can. So here are some ideas. First and foremost, of course, is prayer and discernment. Remember that you are leading Jesus Christ's ministry, and Christ will have something to say to you through his Spirit. So having a spiritual retreat is a terrific idea, and I've written a post on how to do that. You also want to go back and recover your first passion. Jesus told the church in Ephesus that it had to recover its first love. Go back and remember why you were drawn to your ministry and what your call was. But then, not only remember, but do a fresh exploration of the passion and the vision that you had at the beginning for the ministry. And do it with the focus on where to. Where is it going? Where is it leading? You also want to expand your range of possibility. You have to get out beyond your own walls to expand the vision of what might be, because you might be caught up in your own thinking too much. And then finally, state your paradigms, the beliefs that you have about the ministry and the mission and so forth, and try and challenge them. Prove yourself right or wrong. If you, the leader, are in a rut, then your staff probably is too, because they've allowed it to continue. So therefore, you need to change the culture that actually enabled all of you to get complacent in a rut. Life is certainly easier when you are in a rut, but then you are no longer leading. So shake things up, kick out the walls of the rut, and get out into the open and be all that God has called you to be. God bless.